We should not tolerate it at all, right? Because it's wrong.
Yes.
But the laws are saying that we have to tolerate it. What is our stance on that?
If it is interfering with your practice, your belief and your practice of Islam, especially in this country, there is a freedom of expression, especially when it comes to religion, yes? And alhamdulillah, in this country also, there are many, not only the Muslims, who are against this kind of a thing that is happening, but there are also so many Christians who are against it, so many Jews that are against it, so many people, sometimes they're not even in so much in those faiths, but they're against these movements that are coming up, and it is also protected by our law. When is it illegal? When is it illegal? When it becomes violent. Yes? Can you express your disdain that you don't believe in this? Can you express that? You can express. A lot of people are expressing. Are we ones, especially in tariqat, just to go about expressing? No. We practice our faith. We turn our head away from that. We practice our faith and we try to protect us and our children. Is that against the law? No. The law protects us from that. So, what is worrying? We are a couple of handful of people that are here. What is worrying is when you see so many scholars, especially from the West, that for years they're saying good, but we're seeing, who are they holding on to? So many of them, nothing, no one. You have a sheikh, yes. Is he a murshid? No, he's just a sheikh. What can we do? After so many years, suddenly they declare, we have to support this and we have to support that. Hasn't Shaykh Maulana Sultan al-Awliya Sahib Hussain said this for years? What did he say? As per the hadith of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, so many wrong scholars are going to come out in the Akhir Zaman. And they're going to lead millions of people. So don't run for that kind of book knowledge so much. Don't run after that kind of book knowledge so much. Basics you have to know, yes, here and there. But don't run. And don't run after those ones. Because you're running behind them, before you know it, they tell you to jump off the cliff. And there are so many. Pick your choices. And we are saying shukr that we live in this country. In other countries in Europe, your children, if you don't, what happens?
You don't send them to school.
Huh?
If you don't send them to the state schools.
If you don't send them to the state school with a state agenda, okay, you don't send, they will take your child away from you. Forcing them to. With the state agenda is what it is. The state controls. Here in America, it is not like that. There are certain things the state says you have to send them to school to pass this and that, but it is not, how you say, dictating every detail of what you should believe. And if that belief in the state agenda is against your religious belief, you may opt out. You can. You say, I don't want to do this, it's against my religion. Oh, okay. They respect then. That's why blessing is still coming to this nation. Believe it or not. So many people are going to argue with me on that. Argue as much as you want. So we give shukr, inshallah. But you have to understand. You see there is an enemy. It's not enough to say enemy is bad, is evil. You have to know your enemy. You have to know your enemy, you have to know where it's coming from, what are his weaknesses, what are his strengths. Then You may tell yourself, you may prepare yourself, you may prepare your children, because how they present all these evil things is not with, let's say, ugliness. It is with so much beauty, and it pulls. Now, our responsibility and our difficulty, how are we going to tell our children and pull them away from all those things? And the answer is not to give a Muslim version of those things, no. It is not. Some years ago, they say, well, we have all these comic book heroes. The Muslim version does also have that. We have one writer saying, we're going to come up with a Muslim comic book. We have the 99 superheroes, each one going to represent the sifat of Allah. Man, woman, this, that, mixing, because they take their example from the West. Why we have to make up? Number one, to do such and that is what I would say bid'ah. Because it's just a pale imitation. And if a kid, you say you want to take the real thing or imitation, they say, I'd rather take the real thing, although it's bad for me. Islam is finished with its heroes. Islam is finished with all its beautiful examples and the friends and the beloved ones of Allah. It is true, that is not made up. So, how are we going to make their heart to love the awliya Allah and the prophets? It's not about Sunday school. It's not about chucking them to Sunday school where in front of you they really recite, they do something, behind you Allah knows what they're doing. That so many times in the Sunday schools, the word itself, Sunday school. Where's Sunday school? So many it is Wahhabi teaching you that. You're swallowing the Quran, but it's not teaching you akhlaq. If you know the Quran and you don't have akhlaq, isn't that a recipe for disaster? So they say, don't stop Islam from these people. Just pull away from those ones who are teaching about the beauty and the adab and the akhlaq of the Prophet ﷺ. Pull these ones away. From inside, they will destroy themselves. May Allah forgive us, inshallah. Make us to become strong a little bit and understand. We are running away. In these days, the believers must run to practice their religion. The hadith is saying, run to the mountaintops. That is both, how you say, figuratively and literally also. You may. You cannot literally run, figuratively run. Don't be too much involved in whatever that is happening there. You can try, especially those ones who are in our way. You can try. You'll find. Oh, they discovered a long time ago this dunya, they call what yalan dunya. They said yalan dunya in this akhir zaman. No, they said it 500 years ago. When they cannot even imagine the evil that is happening in this time. They're saying this world, it is lying world. Who is teaching that? Or is everyone teaching, no, run after the world? Yes, of course you have to live in this world. Of course you have to take what Allah is giving you from this world, yes. But you have to know the system that is here, it is pulling the azab of Allah. Take what is necessary and run. Allah forgive me, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.